Okay, this is video 2 in the car for tonight. And this one I want to just go over some of the thoughts that I've had since I've started the pitch deck and basically now, because just so much gone through my head. I almost recorded a video last night because I lay down in bed at like 10 o'clock and I probably didn't sleep until midnight or 1 because my brain was just racing. There's just a few things going on in my head and we'll get into it. So, thing number 1, now that I have the pitch deck, and this may just be a me problem. I don't know if everybody experiences this, but I got the pitch deck. I'm excited about it. And now my brain is like super set on getting this specific company to invest, Tandem, because some things have like really seemed to work out. Like the people who started this company, who also sold another company in Utah a while ago, that was a pretty big company. I think it's Divvy, and a few other founders as well. The guy who's reviewing my pitch deck this Friday, like he knows them. He knows the founders because their company, Divvy, bought his company. And so I'm like, this is just too good. And also at the company that I work at right now, we just hired somebody, a new VP, who also came from Divvy. And so my brain's just like making all these random connections and thinking like, oh, this is totally going to work out. And being the daydreamer that I am, I've just like been daydreaming about this, thinking, oh, like this is how the pitch is going to go. Oh, they're going to love it. Oh, they're going to want to invest. And then, oh, we're going to have to do this and this and this. And my brain's just been whirling in daydreams about how this is going to go. And because I am that daydreamer, I just really want that to happen, right? Like, because in my brain, that's the easy way. That's my shortcut. The long way is I have to wait until halfway through 2024. Then Bubble releases their mobile platform. And then I build the app. I take a month or two and I build it myself. And then I spend the next like 2 years just with my own money and a really small ad budget running ads trying to get users. That takes a long time. But in my brain, the investors is the shortcut where I'm like, I get somebody else's money. I pay somebody else to develop the app for me. And then I spend their money running ads. And because it's a big budget, I can target better and I could do all this kind of stuff. And my brain wants the easy way. I want the easy way out. And the investors is the easy way out. So I just really like, in the last couple of days, I've set my heart on that and I just really want it. And I've had to remind myself I've had to really remind myself that my plan is this like 10-year plan and I don't get a shortcut. And so I probably will have to build it myself and run ads myself with my own money. And this investor thing, like making a pitch deck and sending pitch decks to investors, that's like a side quest. That's not the main quest. That's the side quest. And if it works someday, then great. Glad we had the side quest. But I can't set my mind on this because then I'll just be disappointed, right? Like the second an investor doesn't invest and they get back to me and say no, then I'm like thinking in my head, oh, like I just lost my opportunity to make this successful. I have to set my sights on the thing that I can control and not the thing that other people will control. So that was thought number 1. Thing number 2 that I got kind of excited about was there's a company called Builder.ai, and they're like a development company that does buildings and templates for stuff. People watching me record in my car. This is embarrassing. Anyway, I called them up and I got a quote from them, and I have had a couple meetings, and their platform seems really cool. And if we did get investors, it seems like a really good option to build the app. And I don't know, that was just a fun meeting. I thought that was really cool. And it's the same thing. It's got my brain hyped up for this easy route, right? Where I use somebody else's money and I pay this company, Builder.ai, to build my app for me. So my brain's just like super hyped about this easy route right now, the quick way. Third thing that I've been thinking about. So when did I read this or hear about this? I forget where I heard about this, but I was watching something or reading something, and it talked about going viral and like things being viral. I think it had to do with the idea that my pitch deck needs to show like the go-to-market strategy, or that it needs to show traction. We don't have any traction right now, but we need to show an investor like this will get traction. We can prove it. Like here's how we're going to get traction, or we know that this idea will get traction because or whatever. And so the idea that's been floating around in my head that I need to solve is this: how do we build pairs with virality in mind? Like, meaning when we get one user, the app is either so cool or we have such a cool feature or something about it makes that person feel like they have to share it with people around them. I think a lot of apps do this wrong where they will say like, hey, you'll get a discount off of this, or we'll give you some promo if you post on Instagram and like put a hashtag in with us in it or something. And that's trying to get one person to spread your idea, but it's wrong in the sense that the person doesn't want to do that. They feel like they're like kind of getting swindled. They have to do this thing that you want to get this thing that they want. When the ideal scenario is you get one user and you give them something they want, which is the app, and they also want to share it. If you can get people wanting to share things, then word of mouth is the best way to spread. A book that I read early on when we were doing pairs is called Contagious. And it talks about why ideas spread or how to get ideas to spread. And it talks about word of mouth being the most powerful thing. Like if you can have one person share your idea with two people and those two people go share with two more people, then it's just exponential growth. And you don't really have to advertise at all. And so the problem I've given my brain now to solve is what feature or what do we do with pairs to make it so that people want to share it. Like people really, really want to share the idea of the app, or they show it to their friends or whatever. I don't currently have any good ideas. I'll share like the two that I wrote down. This goes in the crappy category. So I'm just writing ideas down, but I think both of these are in the crappy category. So one idea was when people sign up, they get like 25 swipes a day, or 30 swipes a day. And then after 30 swipes, it will block them and say, hey, if you want to get unlimited swipes a day, then share this app with somebody else. I still don't like that one because it's transactional. It makes someone feel like, oh, like you want me to have to do something to use your app. And it's just bad for brand. I don't believe in that principle, like making people do things for you. Like the app should just be so good enough that people want to use it. But that's an idea of something, and it's a crappy idea, but it's an idea. The second one was, once we have the section of things to do, so like we have the matching section where you find people, and then we'll have the things to do section where people who have already matched can go do things together. And like local businesses can promote either their restaurant, or they own a bowling alley and you can give discounts on that, or a skiing resort up here in Utah can give discounts on a pack of 4 ski tickets. In order to unlock like any of those discounts, you have to share it with somebody. So either you say, I want to save this coupon for a pack of 4 ski tickets, then you share it with somebody inside the app, or you text it to somebody outside the app. That way people look and they think, oh, I want to go do this thing, but I need to go do it with somebody, and then they will share it. And that person can, say, hey, we saw this on Pairs, and that person will have another contact from Pairs. I don't like that one though, because if the deals aren't really that good, then people lose social currency. Like if you share something with your friend for like a really crappy discount, and like a company gives you 5% off of something, then like they get a bad taste in their mouth because the deal wasn't that good. And that the bad taste in their mouth is associated with our brand, is associated with Pairs. I never want that bad taste in their mouth to be associated with our brand. I only want good things associated with the brand of Pairs. But those are the kinds of things, like we need to think of something so that when somebody is on the app, they think, oh my gosh, I have to share this because this is so cool. We got to do something. And I think I'm just going to give my brain, I'm going to reread that book or just skip through that book and then do the same thing that I talked about in the constraints video. Give myself a box to think in, and then let my brain just brew on that for a few weeks. And then an idea will just pop in my head that will make the app go viral, or that will make people want to share it. And I'll record that moment as well. So we'll see how that goes. Okay, as I put my phone away, I remembered the other thing, so I was just going to record that really quick and I'll throw it at the end of that video. The third thing was, today I was on Instagram and I saw Alex Hormozi promoting his, I think it's called Skool with a K, and it's this competition with this platform that's supposed to help people create communities and then monetize those communities. And I wanted to do that for Pairs and build a community around Pairs on this platform using Alex Hormozi's strategies and then go from there. But it was supposed to be a 30-day thing, and the free trial was 14 days. So it wasn't really free. You had to pay for at least like 1 month, if not more than that. It was like $100. So, and I don't really know if Skool is like the right platform to grow a community for pairs. Maybe it is, I don't know. But that was the other thing where I thought like, oh, I've got a shortcut. Like I'm going to use this like Alex Hormozi thing and then, you know, build a community and then launch pairs to that community. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. But just one more of those things that goes back to the last video, which is, or one of the previous videos, where I'm getting distracted. Like my brain is deviating farther and farther from the plan, which is wait for Bubble to release their mobile development program and then rebuild my app and then run ads. Like that's the plan, and I am like starting to get distracted by so many other things. So we're staying focused. We're staying focused on the plan. Master plan, we'll be fine. $1 billion app in 10 years. But yeah. So yeah, that's it for today's video. The next video is going to be, the next video I'm going to record a little bit later, probably this Friday after I get feedback from my buddy about what the pitch deck should look like. So I'll save that video for later. But that's it for today, for the car video series. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys in the next one.